If you're following Johnny Depp, you probably know he's in a new movie called Gene Dabari. It did pretty good when it came out, but it's opening now in the US, and that's what some media is reporting on. This here's from Screenrant from about 2 days ago, and they're not too friendly with Johnny in general. That's why I wanted to see what they're saying now. The title is Johnny Depp's finally getting a US comeback, but the movie may go unnoticed. Okay, well, I gotta say that, American audiences do not generally take well to foreign films as far as running out and seeing them and things like that. However, Johnny is in it, so that's going to help. It made 13.4 million so far, I think, and probably it'll make that in the US alone, I would guess. Time shall tell. Fingers crossed it does good. And they show some screenshots of it, mostly ones we've seen. Johnny Depp's Gene Dabari is finally releasing in the United States. All right, well, thanks for passing along the news, I guess. They say Johnny Depp is getting a domestic comeback, but once again, it might go unnoticed. They say he is a huge box office star, but he hasn't had a major Hollywood role since his legal troubles with ex-wife you know who. They do, however, say it saw significant success overseas, leading to it coming to the US. And again, say it might not be the triumphant return that Depp fans have been waiting for, which is like 3 times saying that it might go unnoticed. But okay. And the secret here is, for Depp fans, it kind of already is Johnny being back, because, Depp fans, myself included, want to see Johnny's movies do good, but mostly we want to see Johnny in new movies so we can watch those movies and enjoy him on screen. It's an added bonus if they do good. They recap that Depp was dismissed from several major projects because of the defamation trial and Heard. Pirates and Fantastic Beasts, of course, are mentioned. They say Depp noted in the lawsuit that she significantly held back his work and it seemed like his glory days were over. However, they say in so many words the trial wiped the slate clean and we shall see what happens, and we shall. He's got one coming out with Al Pacino, so that's going to do pretty good too, I would bet. They give some description of Gene Dabari, it's historical. They mention Mywin, things like that. So far, they mentioned Amber. I guess they feel like they have to just to draw the biggest crowd possible. But they're not being extremely negative towards Depp personally. So hopefully, and I do think, that the media is in a better direction with Johnny, just not all there quite yet. And in the end, they mentioned it got a 7-minute standing ovation, which is a good thing to mention. And they also mentioned this proves that Depp has a loyal fan base in Europe, but of course in the US, and of course all over the world. I mean, I'm in Japan, and there's nothing negative about Johnny whatsoever, ever, from anyone here. Some people have heard about the court case, surface level details, but they never think, oh, did he do it, did he not? It's pretty much assumed he didn't here. And they note at the very, very end, like I said, that Gene Dabari made 13.7 million, almost 14 million. They call that fair. I guess they know better than me about box office stuff, so okay, pretty fair. Anyway, I figured I'd cover Screen Rant just because I want to see when that full attitude shift comes, but I don't think they'll ever stop mentioning Amber, ever. It's kind of like John and Yoko. People mention John like 90% more, but there's always those people that have them tied together and mention her and things like that. So, what are you going to do? Anyway, let me know what you think down below. I'm doing pop culture, entertainment, things like that. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you don't, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.